A living legend.
Yes. Voted by a panel of his peers to be one of the top 5 best-looking Super Smash Bros. Melee community members.
A very controversial list.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. One that frankly should and probably shouldn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, I would never presume to tell the people what lists they can and cannot make, but, you know, if that's your business, then... Yes! Thank you, Darkrain, for showing us what Wizrobe will not do, which is knee. Yes. Thank you. My God. This is the man who I watched when I was coming up. Darkrain, and in fact, there is footage of me saying back in 2007 that I did watch Darkrain because he had the ability to hit Sheik one time and Sheik would die. This is back in the day. DI was different. This is I would do this combo too. Oh, he did the pivot, but he didn't get the jump.
Yeah, he messed up.
He was looking to cover like basically every option, but he didn't do it. Wow, get baited. Good turnaround jab. Darkrain's a monster. That knee would have worked.
Yeah.
He's just too old now. Old dog.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
Doesn't want to
learn new tricks.
Yeah. But
and that's something actually we found in like the old school players when they make their comebacks. Is they still do well, but it's like they just can't learn new tricks. I don't know why.
It's tough, man. I mean, honestly, I think it all goes back to being a human being.
How so?
Questionable from Darkrain. I would have made it back on the stage. Just saying. Darkrain's going to watch this and he's going to be like, God damn it, Scar. Darkrain, if you're watching this in the future, I want you to know, and I want everyone else watching, that I could never do what you were doing right now.
Oh, my.
Darkrain, a man who is, we're putting on a show right now. I respect that turnaround knee. It didn't quite work. But Darkrain was a top player in 2006? 2007?
One of the best players in the world.
Took a big step away from the game, only to come back, I think at EVO 2014 or something like that. You know, he showed up at a big house, and he still has so much skill and so much talent.
Yeah.
Definitely a man who understands the fundamentals of kind of like dash dancing,
right,
and neutral and spacing, and just kind of like picks his spots so well. And that's like a timeless skill, right?
Right. There was a point in time that you could argue him for being a top 10 player in the world, if not top 15.
Yeah, definitely. He was the Falcon representative.
Yeah. This is before Silent Spectre.
And even
then
still,
Hacks
like,
after him, and then
and Silent Spectre, you know, in the long and storied history of Falcons, Silent Spectre definitely has his place as, you know, one of the all-time best. However, his fatal flaw is that he did not travel, whereas Darkrain was a traveling monster. He would go to everything, and so, you know, in our community, if you don't show up for the tournament, no one, you know, you can't just talk about how you're winning in your locals. It just doesn't work. Wow. Convincing. Dansdaman, not really sure what to do, it seems. I'd really like to, I'm going to take a look at his play in this next game.
Yeah.
I think what Sheik does when Sheik really shines in this matchup, she's kind of planning in the neutral, in the middle of the stage. And she's using her forward tilt to, like, basically control space. And she's threatening Falcon all the time. Like, if you put Falcon in his shield, his out-of-shield options blow. So not exaggerating, they blow. So if you can get Falcon in his shield, you can mix up with, like, dash attack and grab pretty much.
So, Bobby, the thing I seem to be hearing is that you think this matchup is very bad for Falcon.
In fact, I actually don't.
Interesting.
I've said for quite some time that it's maybe 6-4 Sheik. So slight Sheik favor.
Bad, but
maybe even 5-5.
Wow.
5.5.
And you're someone who will continually underrate Falcon. So if you're saying 5-5, then
I'm not sure if I'm a matchup. So let me tell you where I am, just because you're probably interested. You personally. Probably no one watching is interested, but I'm just going to tell you.
I'm very interested.
The Crimson Blur. This is what I think. And
talk to me.
You know, Hacks just thinks that Falcon sucks, right?
Right.
I don't think that. I actually think Falcon has a good matchup versus Sheik. I think a good matchup, well, an even matchup with Sheik, even matchup with Marth. What I disagree with is that he has a winning matchup versus Peach. I think they have a quite even matchup as well. It's like how bad Sheik wins versus Falcon, I think Falcon wins versus Peach. So it's like pretty much even. And then I think he loses really badly to Fox, Falco, Puff.
Puff too?
Yes.
Even after Wizrobe?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, Wizrobe has just opened the can of worms again, where I feel like maybe we've just all played it Oh my
Double knee,
God.
and that's the stock.
The thing that was sick about that double knee, he got the first knee, right? But Dansdaman needed to do like, Dansdaman could have done a lot of different DIs, and Darkrain reacted with the right.
With the right choice.
Yes, exactly. So it's probably like sometimes you kind of just pick an angle to jump at as Falcon, and it's like, okay, if they did jump like that, then I'm just gonna hit the knee button, and if not, then I'll do like a double jump up air. So the kind of skill is to confirm after you jump. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Darkrain, not none. Darkrain is gonna stomp and then knee, and you're gonna die.
Every time.
You're gonna die.
Do you remember the Mute City combo that he did on SFAT at
I do remember.
FC? I love that combo.
You want to remind me?
It was like 4 knees, right? 4, 5? 5 knees? Something insane.
So anyway, point being for Falcon.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
I think it's basically like, I think that he's bad because he has matchups. Most of his matchups are.
What about Pikachu?
Neutral or losing? I would say Pikachu, I would say, is even.
Is even?
Falcon does not win.
I think Falcon loses that one.
I like saying even. I don't actually like saying,
loses.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm usually an even matchup kind of guy, where it's like.
But you're the expert.
Sheik,
I want to hear from you.
So I would say Sheik, Marth, Pika, Peach, even matchups. That's what I would say. And then I think that he loses pretty bad.
And wins Samus,
to Fox Falco. Wins Samus, wins Climbers. I think
so that's
loses,
not that
loses
bad
to
what you're talking about. The only ones is the Spaceys that you're talking about.
But it sucks.
It sucks.
That part sucks. And then the other thing that's kind of unfortunate is that, like, your playstyle has to change so much to get to unlock those even matchups, I think. Where Falcons who are good versus Fox and Falco are usually bad versus Sheik.
Right. Because you have to change your style so much. And actually, it's a similar problem Marth has, is that he has to play the matchup so differently than other ones. Regardless, I think we're going to have a quick ad.
Advertisement.
Yes.
By Nintendo.
Yes.
Our favorite company.
Absolutely.
Let's check it
out.
out.
We'll be right back.
Red Planet Wasteland. You can't trust a place filled with sandworms and robot spiders.
Don't sweat it. Peppy will take him out with the Landmaster.
Whoa!
Wow, Peppy is on fire.
Man, what's gotten into him? No! There's a spider in the tank!
I put it in there.
So what we've realized during the short break, Blur and I were talking.
Yeah.
I think we think of Falcon as an aggressive character.
Cool guy Falcons.
Yeah, cool guy Falcon. But there's another class of Falcon, a dark character. Kind of like, apparently they formalized it in Pokemon, Pokken, with Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo.
Yeah.
There is a Shadow Falcon that exists.
And you don't have to play Black Falcon to tap into it.
You do not. Wizrobe has unlocked Shadow Falcon. Gamer
like
Guitarist 7 unlocked Shadow Falcon a long time ago.
I feel like only a young